Why are most workers' compensation claims worth so little money? The ugly truth is that the system is stacked against you. A shocking study recently revealed that 55% of workers' comp claims are only worth between $2,000 and $20,000, and that 12% are worth less than $2,000. That means 67% of all workers' comp claims nationwide, the vast majority of them, are worth less than $20,000. Now that's not good news if you're an injured worker, but not all hope is lost. You could still be part of the 33% who receive more than that, and I'll share how at the end of this video. But first, you'll need to understand why the odds aren't in your favor, because only then can you take the steps necessary to maximize your workers' compensation claim. To better understand how the workers' comp system is stacked against you, let's imagine two different scenarios. In the first scenario, you're driving to the store on the weekend to get some groceries, when all of a sudden you get rear-ended by a careless driver. You get taken to the hospital where the doctor informs you that you have a serious back injury that will likely take months to heal fully. Afterwards, you find yourself unable to work and in constant pain, and unable to do the stuff you used to, like exercise or pick up your kid. To get compensated for this accident completely derailing your life, you file a personal injury lawsuit against the guy who rear-ended you, and you take his ass to court. There, you might sue him for $15,000 to help cover your medical bills and lost wages. You might also sue him for $27,000 to cover the pain and suffering that you've experienced, adding up to a total amount of $42,000. Maybe the court adds more for punitive damages. Then let's imagine the second scenario. You're at work picking up something heavy because your supervisor instructed you to. Then all of a sudden your back goes out. Just like in the previous scenario, the doctor tells you that you have a serious back injury that will take months to heal. And just like in the previous scenario, your life is turned completely upside down because you can't work, you're in constant pain, and you're unable to do the stuff you used to like doing, like exercising and picking up your kid. This is where the similarities end, though. In order to get compensated, you have to file a workers' compensation claim, because generally speaking, you can't sue anybody for a workplace injury. While it might have been unreasonable for your supervisor to request that you pick up something so heavy, you still can't sue him and take him to court for it. Then you find out that workers' compensation only pays for your medical coverage, your lost wages, and any disability resulting from your injury. This means that you can't be compensated for your pain and suffering, even though it's every bit as bad as it would have been after that car accident. So while in the first scenario, you were able to get a total of $42,000 or more for your back injury, in this second scenario, you're potentially only getting $15,000 for your medical treatment and lost wages. But wait, under the workers' compensation system, you don't even get your full salary. You only get a maximum of 2/3 of your average weekly wage, so that $15,000 could drop to $13,000 or less. And to make matters worse, you'll have to fight with the insurance company every step of the way to make sure you get all of the benefits that you're owed. Why, you might ask? Because the less money they pay you, the more money they get to keep. So they are doing everything in their power to reduce or deny your benefits. In the end, you're so exhausted from this workers' compensation runaround that you close your case for measly $7,000 or $8,000 simply to be done with it and move on with your life. And that is the ugly truth about workers' comp. It's designed to compensate workers as little as possible for their workplace injuries and to make it as difficult as possible to get paid. You can't sue your boss or the company you work for. You can't get paid for your pain and suffering. You don't receive the full amount of your wages or salary, and you often have to fight the insurance company every step of the way. That's why the system is stacked against you, and why the majority of workers' comp claims are worth so little money. So is it even worth it to file? Absolutely. While the workers' comp system is far from ideal, it's still your best chance of getting compensated for your workplace injury. Not to mention, it also has its perks. For one, you could start to get paid in a matter of days rather than waiting months or years like in a personal injury lawsuit. Second, the cash benefits you receive are all tax-free, so while you might only receive 2/3 of your average weekly wage, you will get to keep all of it. And third, if you have a good lawyer who knows what they're doing, they can not only handle the insurance company, but on average can also get you 30% more benefits than if you tried to handle the case yourself. So don't let the fact that the deck is stacked against you prevent you from pursuing a workers' compensation claim. It's there for you when you get hurt on the job, so make sure you take full advantage of it every time. My name is Rex Sikowski, and I became a New York workers' comp lawyer 17 years ago after getting injured on the job. If you're looking for a lawyer to help you with your claim for New York State workers' compensation benefits, please give me a call at 212-406-8989 to schedule a free consultation. And if you want to be part of the 33% getting more in workers' comp benefits, be sure to watch my other video about the #1 trick to get a huge workers' comp settlement. In it, I share the one simple thing you can do to increase the size of your settlement by as much as 50%, which will almost certainly put you into that category. I'll include a link to that video here. Click to watch it now, and I'll see you there.